Injury doesn't end your story. It reveals who you're becoming next. This chapter could transform your whole life if you let it. If you're an athlete and you're struggling to find your purpose beyond your sport, or if you want to integrate God into your life and discover purpose, if you're lost and need encouragement, then this podcast is for you.
I've been chosen. Watch me put it in motion. Got strong emotions. Manifest what I've spoken.
Welcome back to another episode of Beyond the Painted Lines. I'm your host, Keith Datu. And as always, shop Anta Philippines. These are the Kai One tribes, the casual wear for the Kyrie Irving Anta shoes. Today's episode is extra personal. It is December 2nd, and about a month ago, November 5th, I found myself in a familiar place. Same injury, same knee brace, same movement on camera, everything. Just this time it was the other knee. So just to save time, here's a clip of the injury. And as it happens, I hear a loud pop. I'm on my back, on the court, middle of the game, middle of the possession. The clock is still running. First, I'm just embracing my impact, and then it starts to sink in, and I'm realizing what I think I just did. I'm rolling around on the ground, and I'm just waiting for them to blow the whistle so I can get some help. And I knew right away that it was serious. I get carried off the court. The team doc pulls down my knee compression sleeve that I was wearing during the game, and I take one look at my knee, and I'm like, the same injury just happened to my good leg. So I leave the arena. I get sent to the hospital in an ambulance. As I'm laying in the hospital bed, I'm realizing that life doesn't just test you once. Sometimes it tests you twice. Sometimes more than twice. I think God wants to see if I'm serious about who I am, where I've been, and who I'm becoming. So today, I want to talk to all you athletes and all you former athletes who've also gone through injuries. Let's talk about what injury really does to you and what it can prepare you for. There's a moment after you get hurt where everything just goes quiet. That moment for me was sitting on the bench, watching a few possessions go, and then all of a sudden, like, my mind is not in the game anymore. I'm sitting there thinking about my life, my future, my career, and then all the questions start to sink in. All the doubt, all of the confidence shaking questions that could really hinder my comeback or not. Unashamedly, my first question was like, God, are we doing this again? I feel like I can laugh about it now because I realize, like, sometimes God slows you down on purpose. And another cliche, but things do happen for a reason. And the way that the first time this happened, the same injury on my left knee in college, it was devastating. I didn't know what to do. I know what to do now, but I didn't know what to do then. I wasn't prepared. As an athlete, we're trained to push through the pain, to grind harder, to keep going, but we're not trained for the pause, the stillness, the quietness, the slow rehabbing moments. When your life gets disrupted, nobody taught me the first time around, right? Nobody taught me what to do with my routine, my momentum, who I am. When you sit in that pause, in that silence, you kind of really discover who you are. Everything that's tied to who you are. Who are you without the game? Who are you off the court? Injury didn't end my story, and it's been revealing who I'm becoming next. I'm not defined by the court, my minutes, my stats, my highlights. I'm not defined by my setbacks or my surgeries. I'm very, very humbled by what happened to me, but I also have another opportunity to reintroduce my other self, my true self. And I know it sounds crazy, but injury gives me something that nothing else can. And that is perspective. And it gives me stillness. It gives me quiet. It gives me time to hear God again. All right, so some things that I wrote down that I'm learning during my rehab season is how to be patient, how to trust God's timing, how to continue to build my life beyond basketball, how to be a leader, how to coach others through the same valley that I'm walking through. My first time around, I was just focused on recovering my knee. And I had to learn all the mental and spiritual things the hard way after that. But now this time around, I'm not just recovering my knee. I'm continuously strengthening my mind, rebuilding my purpose, and becoming someone who can handle the platform that I've been praying for. To be honest with you, I feel like I'm living this dual dream. I'm still absolutely chasing my comeback story. I fully believe I'm going to hoop again. I believe in God's timing. I trust his plan that I'm going to become better after this. But this injury's also made me realize something else that's super powerful. I don't think your dreams are supposed to always fit in one lane. Yeah, you guys heard my story about hanging up my jersey and then flying overseas, and I'm a pro athlete now and that I'm called to hoop. But honestly, I feel like I'm called to lead. I don't always feel like I'm equipped or skillful enough to lead, but I also feel like I'm being called to lead, to be, to teach, to speak life into other athletes who need help, to those who have gone through the same type of setbacks and injuries or transitioning out of sport. Like, getting hurt didn't cancel my only dream. You know, it's expanded my perspective on what I'm called to do. I'm rehabbing both of my knees, but I'm also preparing for the next season of what God has assigned me to do. So if you're listening to me right now and you're currently injured, I want you to hear me clearly. Your life, your purpose, your growth, it's not on pause. You may feel super weak, but you're getting stronger. You may not see the plan, but you're being redirected. And you may feel like this is the absolute worst timing, but God is never late. Use this time. Rebuild yourself, not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally. This chapter could become the one that transforms your whole life if you let it. So truthfully, I'm choosing to believe this. If God let it happen twice, there must be something bigger for me. If God let it happen twice, then something bigger is coming. A lot of the time, it's super easy to just compare like the physical part of going through an injury. Like every rep in PT, every painful step, every slow morning that you have, every moment where I just want to rush this whole process, all of it is preparing me for my growth, my comeback, my calling. And this is what Beyond the Painted Lines is about. It's about stepping into the version of you that exists beyond your sport, beyond your injury, beyond your fear. So wherever you are, whether you're in crutches, you're in a brace, or you're healthy in the weight room, I want you to remember this. Injury doesn't end your story. It reveals who you are becoming next. So if this episode helped you, please share it with another athlete that you think could benefit from this as well. If you're navigating injury, transition, identity loss, I am building a community for athletes who want more than just the game. So please follow, like, subscribe, shoot me a DM, click the links. Please let me know how I can help you and pray for you. All right. This is Beyond the Painted Lines. I'm your host, Keith Datu, and I will see you next time.